I started treating my boyfriend the way he treats me. Shocking, he dislikes it. Ha ha! My boyfriend has always struggled with being emotionally vulnerable and showing interest in my world. We've talked endlessly about my needs, how I like to be treated, and my desire to connect deeply by sharing interests. I've even helped him realize he needs therapy and medication, which revealed he has ADHD. He often forgets to check in on me or connect when we're not together, claiming he does better in person. But even then, he struggles to show interest or affection beyond a lot of physical contact, like hugs and back rubs, since he's asexual. He blames many of these issues on his ADHD. Funny thing is, I have ADHD too. I just prioritize differently. I manage my symptoms with skills, meds, and weekly therapy. A few days ago, I reminded him how important a good morning text is to me, but he forgot again. He hasn't tried to troubleshoot or discuss any challenges with this minor request. For example, I once pre-scheduled morning messages for a partner who needed them early, and they appreciated it. So I started matching his energy. I stopped reaching out to share my day or check on him. Oops, I forgot. When he shared something exciting, I changed the subject or left him on red. I told him good morning texts don't matter to me anymore, since he clearly doesn't prioritize them. This led him to shut down, which he does often. I've asked him to at least tell me when he needs to process things so I don't feel shut out, but he didn't. Recently, he tried to connect by telling me he's journaling again. I was glad, as it's his way of connecting with me and himself. When I asked what he was writing about, he mentioned it was just to ground himself, not going deeper unless I pressed him. So I just said, okay, and ended the conversation. I can tell he hates being shut out, but I'm out of emotional energy. I want him to face the consequences of his actions, whether intentional or not. He knows he needs to work on things for my needs to be met. I'm a direct communicator, but now he has to make the effort, or I'm out. Watching him struggle without my guidance is both interesting and sad. Here's a quick update. This post turned out more dramatic than my relationship. After hurting his feelings, we apologized, talked it out, and are back to normal, with a couple of things to try before calling it quits. It's peaceful, at least for now, even if not forever. Am I the asshole? Share your thoughts in the comments below.
Now, let's take a look at what other users had to say. User 1 says relationships aren't meant to be this difficult.
User 2 says, why go through all this trouble? Just break up. User 3 says, instead of trying to respond with behaviors that are not natural to you, consider that the two of you may simply be fundamentally incompatible. He's not going to become like you. Maybe you need someone whose behaviors align with your relationship needs.
User 4 says, girl, this seems like a lot of energy for someone who isn't worth it. Just leave and find someone who gives you what you need. You can't change people, especially those who don't want to change.
User 5 says we only have one life. User 6 says this isn't a relationship, it's a project. No, thank you. User 7 says, why do people stay in relationships with individuals whose company they clearly don't enjoy? User 8 says, is this a job or a relationship? User 9 says, this is peak resentment. You need to break up. This isn't healthy for you.
User 10 says, girl, what do you like about this guy? What does he bring to your life?